Hey guys, it's Nick, the artist formerly known as Mr. Schwo, and it's Judgment time, so I'm coming back. To be honest, just stopped caring about Gears 3 after a while. It just wasn't fun anymore, but definitely back. Got some Overrun gameplay from the early access demo, and there's a lot to talk about. Overrun is a crazy mode, and oh yeah, by the way, this is gonna be only Locust side because to be honest, on the COG side, I did absolutely terrible. I tried using the soldier. This is very early on, like a very one of my first games, and I was just like spamming Bushkas everywhere, and it wasn't working out too well for me. But you're gonna see a lot of Rager, Ticker, and some Mauler in this as well. But yeah, Overrun. Like, wow, what an interesting game type. I really like the way it works. It's like there's three. For those of you who don't know, there's three objectives when you're the Locust, and actually when you're COG also. When you're Locust, you have to push up, break down a couple fortifications, and you got to go in and damage something that covers an E-hole, actually, which is kind of an interesting idea. Although storyline-wise, it doesn't make a lot of sense because if you remember, they could just kind of move around and open up E-holes wherever they want to. And actually, this takes place on top of a building, so it really doesn't make any sense. Why would there be an E-hole on the top of a building? But anyway, putting that aside, it's pretty cool what you have to do. You gotta knock these E-hole covers off. Then when you've done that twice, then you have a generator that you have to destroy. But it's still the same idea. You gotta break through fortifications and take them down. But a couple of things that I noticed right off the bat from playing this game is it pretty much does feel like Gears 3, especially when you're playing as COG. But it's weird. Like all the classes have different like sensitivities and movement speeds, and it's just weird. Like you don't expect that. Like even on the COG side, I think Garen moves like faster than everyone, and it's just really weird how they did that. If it's balanced, then whatever. But on the Locust side, I'm definitely liking. I like the Cantus a lot. Actually, I don't really play as him in this, I don't think, but the Cantus, like, especially later on in the round when you have a lot of the heavier guys like the Maulers and the Corpsers, it just becomes so important to keep those guys healed and keep the push going. But I also like he comes with the Gears 1 Hammer Burst, and I know I was pretty excited for that to come back. It's kind of an interesting weapon, the Gears 1 Hammer Burst, or a classic Hammer Burst. It has a lot more recoil than I thought. Like you take a shot and it actually moves up pretty high. I was pretty surprised about that. Actually, let me talk about the weapons a little bit. Classic Hammer Burst, a lot of recoil. It's 6-shot burst per trigger pull, just like Gears 1. Actually looks just like the Gears 1, 2. And yeah, it actually has pretty. You take the shot, and it's the 6 bullets that it shoots right up. It's like you actually have to time it pretty well to stay accurate, and I like that. Keep it. Don't make it too easy. A lot of times it's burst fire weapons, especially as we move into the full game and we see the domination in TDM. In a lot of games, burst fire weapons tend to be overpowered because they're just spot on. They're kind of like mini sniper rifles. You just get all those shots right into one spot. So having it had recoil will probably prevent it from being overpowered. We'll have to see. I'm not entirely sure if all this stuff's going to carry over to the regular game the way things work. And you can see right now I'm the Rager on screen, and he's got the breach shot, which is just a really cool weapon. Like I'm not, this gameplay I'm not too great with it. I do a couple cool things, but I can't wait to get good with this weapon. It's very satisfying to get a headshot with. It's just it really is a fun weapon. It adds a lot to the game, and I can't wait to try it in domination or whatever. And you see right there, just one shot headshot, and that hipfire reticle. People. Oh, there's another nice shot right there. People acted like it wasn't going to be that accurate or that good, but you're gonna see I'm gonna pull a blind fire with this, so I guess it's not really a blind fire anymore, but that reticle is actually pretty accurate, and it actually plays a pretty big part in this game, and I'll talk about that a little later, but I want to talk a little bit more about the weapons. But the breach shot, definitely a cool weapon. Actually, in real life, I own a gun that's just like the breach shot. It's a Russian Mosin Nagant from it's either I think it was World War I and World War II. It was used, and the only difference is it holds 5 bullets, but this one only holds 4. But it's just cool to have that in the game, and there's the blind fire right there. You see, I totally used the reticle to do that. I lined it up, and I just wanted to see if it was doable, and sure enough. And but yeah, it's really cool that to have a gun like the one I own in real life in the game, especially at Gears. And Gears tends to have pretty straightforward weapons. It doesn't really have variations. So it's definitely a lot of fun to get in there and mess around with that. But yeah, the bridge shot definitely powerful, and the Marks, the other sniper rifle on the COG side, I'm actually not doing that well with it so far. There are people that are doing well with it. Like I know when I come up against a lot of scouts, if he hits me with the first shot, he's gonna get me every single time. There are just some people that are spot on with the gun. But I mean, you can get away from it. It's got to be you have to pay attention. Like you have to like in this game type, you have to like pay attention to everything that happens. You have to know your role. You got to communicate. It's definitely like communication's always been really key in Gears, but in this game type, it is like super more important than it is in like any other game type that I've ever played. But the other new weapon that I got to use was the Bushka. I suck with it. I'm getting it's been a couple nights. I'm starting to like understand it a little more, but like it just seems like the kind of weapon that's like just like super powerful, but it's really not. You have to be somewhat accurate with it. Even Grenadiers, you have to hit them twice with it to kill them. So I mean, like it's not like overpowered or anything. At least not an Overrun. And other than that, it's a lot of the weapons. A lot of them more tweaked. The sawed-off, to me, the sawed-off just kind of feels like a Nasher you can shoot like double fast. But the medic, it only holds 2 shots with the sawed-off, so like you have to constantly be looking for an ammo guy, and you can only hold up to 4 bullets. So like you can shoot it twice, reload, shoot it twice, and you're out. But I mean, at the same time, it tends to tear right through maulers, so I guess that's kind of fair. You don't want to be like you don't want it so people can just go in and just like destroy the maulers right away. So that wouldn't really be balanced. One thing I've definitely noticed about this game type is the Locust team tend to win more often than the COG team, but I think the objective is pretty clear. It's supposed to be who could win the fastest as Locust. So like if you hold them off on COG, it's not easy to do. It's very it's awesome when you do, but you can't really, especially if you're in a competitive game like you're up against like good players. Excuse me. You can't expect to hold them off. You just want to make it take. You just want to be as annoying as you can as COG. Damn. You want to be as annoying as you can. You want to, hold them back, make them take a lot of time, make them stress out a little bit. It's pretty much all you can do if you're up against a good squad. If you're up against terrible players, yeah, you'll hold it. Absolutely. As long as you're, playing. I mean, when you're COG, you have to like whatever your ability is. Like you need to be like throwing it down at all times. Like even if you're the medic, like if there's no one to revive, there's always somebody in a fight. So you just throw a gas on them, make sure they stay alive. One tactic I've noticed that works pretty well, especially I think it's the second section of this map on the right side, first fortification. If you send an engineer right to it. We would do it. Me and the people I were playing with, were doing this a lot. I would send like an engineer to just sit there and keep, repairing that wall, and I would just keep throwing gas over and over on them, and it would slow down their opening push so much that by the time they finally got through, it would be a couple minutes later, and sometimes we'd actually hold them off. So that was a pretty cool tactic we came up with there. And right here, you see, I have the Mauler here, and on my left is my brother, Gorgon. We're just like, we come in here, and they can't do anything. Like, you see, like, their spawns right there. They're throwing turrets at us. If you, like, point that shield at the turrets and you spin it, you could actually use those turrets, and they're insanely powerful, these turrets, especially if you're, like, any kind of one of the smaller variants of Locust or even, like, the Rager. Like, you will go down immediately. Serapede, too. Like, the turret tears up Ceripedes. Like, I don't know how. It just somehow hits them from anywhere, like, in the back. It makes no sense. But, like, whatever. But if you have the Mauler and someone has a turret, spin the shield and just start aiming it at people, like, it's crazy. It just tears right there. It just turns it right against them. It's crazy. The Mauler might be the best of the Locust, or at least the most important. And when you have those big heavies out there, I know I said it before, but I can't stress it enough. You got to have at least one Cantus keeping them alive. And when you're the Cantus, you can't, like, I see so many people, like, I don't understand it. They'll, like, just push right in there, and they'll try to, like, fight with, like, the classic Hammerburst up against, like, Nashers and Bushkas and Markses. It doesn't really work. When you're the Cantus, you kind of just want to sit back and just sting guys, get a shot in here and there, but your role is to keep the bigger guys alive. And one mistake I've made is I'll take a Cantus early on when we have, like, a couple Tickers and a Grenadier. It's not really useful early on. And then the COG side, what you really want to do is you want, like, in the beginning, you want 3 engineers, a medic, and a soldier. Scout becomes more important later on as just the bigger guy. Like, see how we're all pushing up here with 3 Maulers? If they had a scout, they could throw that beacon grenade on us, and we'll all, like, I think we dropped, like, 15 to 20% health or something like that. So you can throw down some turrets, get some bushkas in there. You know, that's really important as time goes on. And they're not doing that, as you can see. So we're just coming right in. He's got that turret. You know, we don't care. Spinning shield. And, yeah, there's really nothing they could do. They take me out there, but Gorgon and the rest of my teammates are still in there. There's a Grenadier throwing grenades on it. And once you break through like that, it is really hard to stop them. You have to get, like, if you're a cog, you got to do everything you can to stop that attack and try to reestablish the front line. But it's really, you know, without the fortifications, it's just really hard. And, yeah, this is coming to an end right here. We're just going to pull right in and just keep slapping this generator. This is really, you know, you can see they're trying and get a shield kill there, and those are really fun to get. Honestly, I didn't think that would happen that much in this game, but the map's more compact than I thought it would be. And that's going to do it. The generator is destroyed, and the Locusts have won. I think we end up, but yeah, we do end up winning this match. I just don't do anything on, like, you really don't want to see what I was doing on COG side. Trust me, you really don't. But, yeah, it's good to be back. I definitely want to post regularly. I know I say that a lot, but, you know, it's exciting times. Judgment's pretty much out, and I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more.